Alright everybody, working on my skid steer again. What I'm going to do today is put a battery disconnect, and it goes right here between this little clip thing. Not really a clip, it's a place where you can hook tie straps to, and this grounding spot right here. So it sits right here in front of the, between those two spots. I'm going to have to move. I can take this loose right there and that bolt there loose and push it back a little bit, and that'll give me enough space. And what I'm going to do, not today and not in this time, but when this becomes due, the filter, I can actually upgrade this filter and filter housing to a new one, and it's a little bit smaller. And what it does is, the reason why I'd be interested in doing that is it eliminates the filter back there. The new, it's built into this one. On that new filter, that piece back there built into the top of it. I think that's what that guy said at the cap place I was working at. I could be wrong about that, but that's how I understood it. It was all in the head of that new housing, and that's why they went with a newer one. And it's a lot shorter, the whole thing is. So anyway, I can push it back for now, and I can install my battery disconnect and have room for that. And so what I'm going to do is take the battery out and start hooking up the new cables and whatnot. Here's the kit that I bought from Cat, and comes with a lot of stuff, little instructions, but the instructions are like pathetic if you want to know the truth. But you got the battery disconnect right there, a little mount, some new cables. So yeah, all right, well, let's get started. Okay, I got these bolts loose. Just push it all the way back like that. Let me just look behind it here real quick. Make sure it's not rubbing on something. Oh, that's good. Okay, let me put the camera down. I'm going to tighten that up in that position. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, got that tight and in place. Looks really good. Now, I was looking at these wires right here. They're kind of right in the way of where that battery disconnect is going to go, so I'm going to cut this tie strap. But before I do that, I'm going to cut this protective sleeve that's over these wiring harnesses. I'm going to cut it up to about this point, and then I'll probably cut this off. But what I'm going to do basically is separate these wires, so like this wire can come down over here. I'll still connect it with a new tie strap, and then these other ones can get out of the way too, but this one will stay right there. But anyway, that'll give me room for that thing to sit right there. Alright, let's do that. Okay, I got those wiring harnesses separated so I can move them each one individually if I need to get them where I want them to go. Alright, next I'm going to take the battery out. Okay, I got the battery out, and not sure how well you can see. And put my flashlight in there. Might be a little bit, but you can see that they call that a ribbon cable. It goes back there and connects to the starter back there, and then the other end of it connects to the negative cable right there, and that's what came around. And this little end right there that you see was connected right here. So, but with the kit, they want me to connect the new wire to that starter point back there and come around this way along the engine and in front of the battery and hook to that same spot right there. So let me go ahead and remove that cable from way back there, and I'll be back in a minute. I'll probably go ahead and put the new cable on. I'll get to that point. Okay, so I got that off the starter, and you can see it right here. So that's all removed. You don't put that back on. I actually have another one. There's the new one that came in the kit. So you hook that to the battery, and then this comes around to the ground. I'll show you when we get to that point. But anyway, okay, so now I'm going to put the new cable, which is this one right here. This cable will go from that starter all the way around. It'll wrap from there. I'll just show you. I'll put it on. I'll show you. Okay, so like I was showing you, got that cable up there at the starter, and then you come down here and you put that bolt with a washer, put it through that ladder clip, that's what they call it, and put it in right there where it goes right into the end block. And then that grommet, I'll show you on the next one, it opens up and goes around that cable. And then you put a tie strap around it and through that ladder clip and secure it. So that's how it goes, right there like that. And so now it's time to put the battery in there, but before I do that, I'm gonna take this bolt loose right here with my light on it. You know, there's one right there and this one right here. I'm gonna take that one out before I put the battery in there, because that's where the next ladder clip goes to continue on holding this cable as it comes around to the front of the battery and hooks right there. So I'm gonna take that out and then I'll put the battery in, and let me get to that point. Okay, I forgot I had to drill the holes. And I already got the screws in there, or the bolts rather, but I had to drill the holes for the place where the disconnect goes. So all I did was just lay it where I wanted it to go, and come behind here and mark it with a permanent marker centered of each one of them slots right there. And I just spaced it about like that. And then I drilled the holes. And then, those are self-tapping screws, so I just went a little bit smaller with the drill bit than that bolt shank, and just kind of moved it around, like walled it a little bit until I got a good bite, and then they went right in, and tightened them all the way down, backed them up, and now I'm ready to slide that piece in there. Okay, but before I do that, I'm going to vacuum out the shavings from drilling, and then I'm going to put the battery in there, and then I'll continue on. Okay, got it vacuumed out. Now I'm gonna put the battery in there. Okay, I got the battery back in there. Here's this grommet that I was showing you. See that split right there? Let me see if I can open it a little bit and hold it that way. Anyway, it opens up like that. So just pull it apart, slide it over the cable, and then you can slide it down the cable where it goes. But anyway, I went ahead and put this ladder clip right there. So that's that little battery plate. Just put it underneath, take one bolt out, put it right in there and angle it. And then this cable now can, once I get the grommet on there, it'll be able to secure itself to that. And then the cable won't rub on anything, which is good. Alright, so now all I got left to do is put the battery terminals back on. And then I'll be ready to hook up to the battery disconnect. Okay, put the negative cable on, as you can see right there, and I got it routed around. And I had to take that bolt back out right there because I forgot to put that ladder clip back on. So I took it back off, put the ladder clip on, got the tie strap around the cable, ready to secure it once I get that tightened like I like it. So let me get to that point. Okay, I got the negative cable tightened up, the cover back over it, and I got the tie strap tightened up right there on that ladder clip. And I put the positive cable back on, so we're ready for the battery disconnect. Alright, let's do that next. Alright, got the battery disconnect mount installed, tightened up, ready for the disconnect. Alrighty, I got the battery disconnect on there, nice and tight. Alright, I'm going to hook all the cables up and then I'll be back. Okay, got everything tight. Got my wire harnesses hooked back up, got them secured. Key in there, forgot to put the plate on there. So I take this back off, put the plate on there. Anyway, got the nuts back there nice and tight. Well, let's see if it works. Alright, I think everything's okay. Let's check it out. Right now it should be off. So it shouldn't have no power. Unlock the door. Shouldn't have any power to the machine whatsoever. Let's see. Oh, it's hot in here. Woo! Alright, that's a good sign. No power. Now, let me go switch the switch. And now we'll see if we got it. Alright, let me put my code in. That air going. Alright. I'm waiting for this sound. There it went. Alright. Cool. Alright, I think we're good. Alright. Alrighty. Turn the key off, or the switch off. So I can take the key out at this point. Obviously you can carry it with you. And then when you stick it in though, so don't drop it. Stick it in there and turn it on. You can't pull it out, so clearly that's the run position. Is why they did that. I haven't decided if I want to leave the key in there or not. You know? I mean, I can lock my door. From the outside so no one can get in there. But anyway, it don't seem to come out real hard. You kind of have to pull on it real hard. But anyway, I'll figure that out as I go along. But there it is. All installed. Just like the factory. It's a little tight to the edge right there. Trying to get those cables not to rub on anything. But anyway, I'm pretty happy with that. Not too bad of a job. Actually, the hardest part, believe it or not, was getting this cable all the way back there, because you had to take the battery out and get it hooked up, and then you had to put this bolt in. That bolt right there, man, is it's like almost an inch and a half long, and there was no reason for it to be that long for what it was holding on to, that clip and a washer. Anyway, I had to use an impact drill to get it to go all the way in there, I guess because the threads were dirty in there. But I got it tightened down. And then, so that was a little aggravating. And then I thought the hardest part would be drilling through this metal right here for the 2 holes. But that actually was the easiest thing of all, so. But yeah, not bad, not bad. The instructions that come with it aren't very clear. I mean, it's like, disconnect this, do that, and then, you know, you go a couple steps and it says, okay, install this, do this and do that, and it's like they think that they're talking to someone that is familiar with everything, that just like they are, and that's not always the case in owner operators. But anyway, so, but other than that, it wasn't too bad. Alrighty, well, that's gonna wrap up this video. Thanks for watching. Till the next one.